Salutations, one and all. This is my reaction and review to RWBY Ice Queendom Episode 3, A Nightmare Comes. Oh, that is a terrifyingly ominous title. And I'm not really sure what to expect. I mean, last episode ended with Team RWBY officially being formed. And this episode should be, based off the main series, them moving to their dorms, which we see here in very, very haphazard bunk beds. Seriously, there is no way those things could pass a safety inspection. And then after that, Weiss is supposed to, fight the Born class, and then get mad at RWBY, saying she's not cut out to be a team leader, and have the whole, big talk with the professor and Ozpin. And then everyone's friends again! Yay! But I don't think that's what we're going to see here, because, last episode, it followed the main story fairly closely, but there's also that teacher we'd never seen before, and Weiss had the weird things on her neck, so yeah, that's disturbing. My best guess right here is that Weiss has been essentially infected by the gram, and now, it's feeding off of her resentment and anger towards RWBY, and they're gonna need to find a way to free her from those feelings. That's my best guess, though I could definitely be wrong, but it definitely does feel like the focus up to this point has been on Weiss. And again, the name of the series is Ice Queendom. Going in, my main idea was that, first season be all focused on Weiss, her ideas, her journey, her growth. Season 2 is going to focus on Blake, Season 3 Yang, Season 4 RWBY. And I think that could really work out well, but I'm not really sure how they're going to play into that more with Weiss. This is episode 3, we still have 9 episodes left of this season. Will it just cover volume 1, or will also, bleed into volume 2 as well, because there's not a whole lot left of volume 1. There's some, major plot points, but they could cover that in, 2 or 3 full-length episodes. If we still have 9 more episodes, either we're getting into volume 2, or they are adding a lot more original content, and I'm very excited to see which it is. So let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Aw, we actually missed the redecorating, and now they just have, a bed floating in the air, somehow. Oh god, that's so depressing. I've never seen a bunk bed before. I'm sorry to tell you this, Weiss, that is not a bunk bed. That is a whole lot of wrongness right there. But I do love the little canopy giving, I think that's RWBY's bed, quite a bit of privacy. I think that's really sweet. Though I think Weiss sleeps under her, so Weiss could definitely end up dying here if the bed falls on her. I know Aura's powerful, but it's not, strong enough to survive a giant bed landing on your face in the middle of the night. Aw, Weiss is happy about RWBY. Though, following the main series, I don't think she's going to be happy for very much longer, as they're going to realize they're late for class. Also, Weiss is blushing a little bit. Could the anime give us the white rose we've always wanted? Unlikely, but I am really hoping for it. Okay, so they skipped the whole, them running late for class thing, which does make sense, wasn't really important to the storyline. Also, is it just me, or does anyone else think this professor is based off of Excalibur from Soul Eater? I'm getting such a similar vibe between the two of them. I know a lot of elements from this series, at least from the main series, were inspired by anime, but this dude just always reminded me of freaking Excalibur. Yeah, RWBY, I really can't blame you. This dude is really, really boring. Especially because he's talking about giant man-eating monsters, and he can't even make that sound interesting. Yeah, this feels, dangerous and stupid and insane. Seriously, who would capture a gram in a cage and then bring it into a school? Oh, such a bad idea. Such an overwhelmingly bad idea. Seriously, RWBY, you just now woke up. The thing has been banging on its cage for the last, 30 seconds. That's pretty freaking loud. How deep a sleeper are you? Oh god. Blake has a flag. A Team RWBY flag. That is so overwhelmingly adorable. I love that. That was violent. That was really, really violent. Jesus Christ. I know these things don't have souls, but that was still very unnerving to watch. Oh, well, that's, straight up terrifying. Seeing your own self standing on the other side of a courtyard. Holy mother of God. Okay, so this definitely seems unique. I don't remember seeing this in the main series at all. I mean, she did cut off the thing's head. That was pretty impressive. I wouldn't say she did nothing. Hey, Ozpin! Oh, I love this man sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. I mean, it isn't entirely true. Weiss, just really, really wanted bunk beds, and she never got that. Oh, and she also wanted a mother who wasn't an alcoholic, and a father who wasn't evil, and a brother who wasn't just a complete and total brat. But I mean, besides that, she basically had everything she wanted. Okay, they just skipped a whole lot there of, Weiss and RWBY actually making up, and now they're moving on to basically the next episode, John versus Carden. Weird. Very, very weird. Oh, now John has the scar on his neck. That's gonna be interesting. I mean, I've said for a long time, I really, really want to see an evil John being controlled by the power of darkness. A fallen paladin is always cool to watch. Okay, this is happening way out of order, and I'm actually confused. I guess this is a flashback, because he was just fighting with Aura against Carden, so curious? He cheated! Obviously. Wow, that was sad. That was really, really sad. I mean, that's Weiss looking down on Pyrrha, John, and RWBY all at once, calling both John and RWBY incompetent leaders, and basically, saying that she just needs to shine so much that she outshines the actual leader. God, that was pathetic. Really pathetic, Weiss. Oh, God. Sleeping RWBY is freaking adorable. I love that. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, I mean, Weiss is definitely the complete wrong attitude right here, but she's still being adorable, bringing RWBY the coffee that she likes. Oh, I always love that line. I seriously always love that line. Especially when you realize it's because, she wanted to be closer to Winter, her big sister, and basically the only supportive family member she has. I mean, there's Klein, but, he's more of a butler than family member. Okay, so she's basically just faking being nice to RWBY so that she can score more points. Again, really, really sad, and she completely ruins that nice, tender moment they had back and forth. Yeah, Weiss, you deserve to get possessed. Okay, that's terrifying. That is really, really terrifying. Holy Mother of God. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that keeps you from ever falling asleep again. Okay, who stripped John here? Who took his clothes off while he was sleeping? That's not cool. I mean, neither is the vines wrapping around the inside of his body, but stripping him was not cool either. Okay, I love that ching there. And that is actually a shopping cart, a cash register, right? I'm so very confused by all of this. Also, just wondering, because this is weird, why exactly is Team RWBY with them? RWBY and John haven't ever really connected. I mean, the teams kind of fought together against the Grimm during the exam, but that was, about it, and they both end up fighting different monsters, different Grimm anyway, so yeah, this series hasn't really established a good reason why they should be close at all. Okay, I love the Dreamcatcher weapon. That is so cool. Oh, Nightmare Hunter. Oh, that is such an awesome name. That is such an awesome name. Oh, dang. They're going dream diving. They're going to do Inception here. So they need to go inside of John's head and find the Grimm. I guess that's going to be, their way of dealing with his trauma of him basically admitting they cheated his way into Beacon. And then I guess they're going to have to do the same thing with Weiss afterwards once they realize, oh, she's infected too. Though I do have to wonder who exactly is going to end up stripping Weiss. That is a question for future generations. Oh, that is terrifying. That is utterly and completely terrifying. They all have little doll versions of themselves. Holy mother of God, that's actually creepier than the shadow version of him standing over his own bed. Horrifying. Utterly and completely horrifying. The bunny knights all around him in his footy pajamas, and his armor yelling at him, saying that he's not worthy, which is also bunny-shaped. His sword is a bunny. Yes, John's sword is in fact a bunny. I don't really know what else I can say about that. Yeah, I guess that's actually a fair point, because, I mean, if all of the men in his family are brave warriors, and he was like the first son after, 12 daughters? They probably had some pretty high expectations for him, and then, he ended up being, well, I can't really even say useless, because he didn't even know about aura, so what was his father actually teaching him? What was he actually, doing when he was doing his, pre-huntsman training at whatever academy he was at before this? I know he's, a bit of a slow learner, but all it really takes is a good teacher for him to, learn the basics. So, yeah, I'm going to blame it on the teachers, honestly. Yep, they're all bunnies. Bunny sword, bunny shield, bunny armor, bunny footy pajamas, with bunnies on the goddamn feet. He's got bunnies on his goddamn feet, people. He really is pathetic. Oh my God. He turned into a little bunny. Oh, that is so adorable and so sad. He has a tail. He's a fluffy tail. Please tell me everyone is going to have bunny ears. Please tell me everyone is going to have bunny ears. I need to see this. I need to see pure Ren and Nora in bunny form. Oh, they look normal. He still looks adorable, though. Again, why is Team RWBY here? They have no connection to Team Juniper. Oh, so as they get closer, he becomes less and less of a bunny. Interesting. Gotta love dream logic. Holy mother of God above. That was... Honestly, I keep saying this is the most terrifying thing in this episode, but it keeps getting more terrifying. A giant hole ripped out of his chest, and that thing came out like a freaking facehugger. There's so much with her whole thing. She captures the Grimm in pots, and she has a phone that lets people communicate while they're sleeping. There's so many questions I have about this chick. I want a whole, spin-off series just about her explaining how exactly she got all this stuff and what exactly it all does. Turn back into a seed? What kind of seed was he? Again, so many questions about this thing. Oh, that's mean. Though that also means that Weiss, who is way stronger and has way better aura, at least right now, is going to be much better, fertilizer for this thing, and it's going to become a much bigger issue to deal with. You don't want to just, examine all the students, do like a medicine check, like, hey, I need to, look over your whole body to see if you have any of these weird vine marks to make sure you're not possessed and gonna, fall into a never-ending nightmare. That feels like the smart thing to do right here. Weiss, you are already possessed by a Grimm. You are not better than anyone else, and you are honestly pathetic right here. Oh, God above. So that's where they're going with this. Right to the son's part of the story. Yeah, that could certainly, trigger Weiss. That is a very cheap-looking banner. Seriously, that is not impressive at all. Yeah, only the most extreme actually say that. Even Adam never really went to the whole let's murder all of humanity. More so let's enslave all of humanity. Hey, it's Sun. And this really is not gonna, help Weiss right here. Dang. Okay, Sun is definitely more charming in the anime. I mean, I think in the main series he'll kind of plain, but here he's got... charisma, some swag going on. I'm impressed. I think Blake even swooned a little bit. Oh, good for you. Yes! It's Penny! Oh, she is so utterly adorable and rigid, and oh my God, it's Penny. Penny's back, everyone! Again! Oh, I love that flip. I love that flip. Oh, Ruby, you just called her a friend. You're going to regret that, and then you're not going to regret it. And then you're going to be very glad you did it. And then you might regret it later on. But you will always be glad you did it, kind of, sort of, sometimes. I love you, Penny. I freaking love you. Oh, dang! A scoundrel! Jesus Christ! Oh my god, above! That is so much darker in the main series. I mean, the main series kind of just says, oh, members of the board executed. And it's, you know, I mean, there's some dark language there, but it's not that dark. Have you attended any of the funerals of the people they killed? Holy God above, Weiss. That is a strong hit right there. And Weiss, have you attended any of the funerals of the fondness that your father has killed? I think not. Yep, there we go. Blake, you just kind of dropped the ball right there. Admitting that not only are you a faunist, but you are a member of the White Fang. Oh, yeah. Love that. Huh? Run, Blake, run! That's what you do best. Ruby, you are way faster than her. You could catch her if you really tried. Aw, she took her bow off, and she looks so cute with those cat ears. Though I think it was better in the main series when she did it at nights, because I think a night really fits her just whole persona better. But, you know, her doing it here with this beautiful view, it's nice too. I really like it. Okay, it seems like they're really going to wrap up, you know, all of Volume 1, either this episode or at the start of next episode, so I'm really not sure what to expect right now. Oh, Shadow Weiss is back. So very, very unnerving and terrifying. Wow, that is quite a difference, seriously. Blake is having a coffee, a single coffee, while Sun ordered croissants, steak, fries, is that like sausages, tomatoes, and a salad. And I'm guessing Blake paid for this since Sun didn't even have enough money to pay for, you know, a trip here. God, that is a feast. Seriously, Penny, you just teleported right in? Oh, I love that. Freaking love that. Also, she just dropped bomb. Hey, you mean that faunus girl? Which I guess also means that Blake has X-ray vision, which is, I mean, Penny has X-ray vision, which is concerning, you know, very concerning. Or she might just have the ability to tell faunus apart from humans, which would be way, way more concerning and way more worrying that they built that into her. God, that head turn was creepy. God, that head turn was creepy. Yeah, so I think Penny really does have X-ray vision. So creepy and so worrisome. Oh, she saw it with her off, so I guess she saw Blake after she left Team RWBY. That makes more sense. I mean, she actually is just pretending to be nice to RWBY so that she can get, you know, good grades. I don't think wanting bunk beds was a lie, though. Oh. Ouch. I mean, you could really hear the pain in her voice and see it on her face. She is confused. She doesn't know, like she said, she doesn't know what to do. She's faced with a lot of things that, you know, break her logic. She wanted to be perfect. She wanted to be a huntress. She wanted to be, you know, the best. She wanted to live in a world of black and white, but everything she's feeling right now is a whole lot of shades of gray, and it confuses her a whole bunch. Wow, that is honestly kind of pathetic. That's just not some tears. That is a full-blown breakdown in the middle of the streets. I mean, I've been there before, but, you know, it's not something I'm proud of. Okay, they just skipped the entire battle at the dock, the climax of the first season? Seriously? That's a very, very strange choice right there. Though I am loving the shot right here. Holy mother of God above! Penny is truly a god of war, and I love it! Oh, she is awesome. She is so freaking awesome. Swoosh! She actually said it loud. Swoosh. Oh, that was adorable. Okay, so definitely weird how much they skipped here, but I guess it makes some sense if they want to put the focus on, what's coming down the road instead, or a new original content they're making. Isn't that cute? That is such a RWBY thing to say, and honestly, I'm not sure what's really going to happen here. I mean, in the, main series, this is where Weiss, not really forgives Blake, but accepts Blake for who she is, and decides to move on, but now, Weiss is possessed by an evil Grimm, so this could end up going very badly for all involved. Okay, I know this is a serious moment, but for really, Yang being like, huh? She has cat ears? Oh, that surprise there was so adorable. I love that. Okay, that was actually really nice of Weiss. I mean, that was a dig at Sun, obviously, but this felt way more genuine than when she was talking to RWBY before, since that seemed to be just an act in order to, get points for being a good teammate, even though she had a bad leader. Love Penny. I really love her anime design. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, that was actually true. Weiss always wanted a bunk bed. She always wanted to be close to her big sister. Okay, I was wondering when the, evil vine monster was going to show up. You buried all your dreams that didn't come true. I mean, that's, fairly accurate, but no one gets all their dreams coming true. No one can live the perfect life. You always have to make compromises. And, often the compromises can make you a better person, can help you find, new things you never even realized that you wanted. Again, just another freaking terrifying shot this episode. And I think that's... Oh, nope, still going. Well, Weiss, basically, you have been possessed by a Grimm. You remember that thing you said could never happen to you, 20 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago in this episode? Well, it just freaking happened to you. And unfortunately, you are way stronger than John, so that means this Grimm is going to be way, way stronger than the one that Pyrrha had to kill. Next episode, Ice Queendom, the whole, title of this anime, or at least of this season of the anime. Huzzah! Alright, so this was an interesting episode. They mixed a lot of elements together. They didn't really address, how John got into Beacon Academy or all that, which I do feel like is kind of like a hit for this series because, John's story is important. Him learning to basically stand tall, him learning to, accept help, him learning to basically become a real huntsman is his arc, and they skipped over a lot of that here. It almost felt like the creators had John get possessed for the sole purpose of, explaining how the possession works, so that way when Weiss gets possessed, they can just go right into it without needing to explain all the nitty-gritty details. Which is a bit unfortunate because I really love John's arc in this series, and it's definitely not getting the attention it deserves, but maybe, down the road it will. They also just, kind of skipped through a lot of content, and we are now essentially done with the first volume, which is interesting. I mean, I said at the start of this, I was expecting them to, spend this whole, anime going through the first volume and adding in some things here and there, but no, this is where the first volume ended. And what's more, they skipped the freaking fight. They skipped actually showing off what Penny can do, and instead just ended with her, surrounded by flames and destruction and death. I love that shot. I absolutely love that shot, but yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment. So yeah, seems like next episode, Ice Queendom, and I guess the rest of the season is going to be focused on, going inside of Weiss's nightmares and finding a way to free her, finding a way to kill the Grimm, which I'm going to assume is going to be a whole lot harder than John, simply because of how much more skilled Weiss is. It's going to be a much, much bigger nightmare, and is that going to take 8 whole episodes for them to take it down? I mean, maybe, but that seems like a lot. 8 episodes solely inside of Weiss's own head, that'd be a lot. That would be so much. But please, let me know what you think about all this down below. What do you think of the adaptation so far? What do you think of John getting possessed and turning into a little bunny rabbit inside of his dreams? What do you think is going to happen now that Weiss is possessed? What do you think of this adaptation as a whole and the things they're changing from the main series? I mean, it does feel like, possession is a good way of showing their feelings and emotions better, but it felt like, the John storyline kind of didn't really hit the nail on the head all that well. Like, that could have been the whole episode. Them going into John's nightmares and having him reveal that he didn't really earn a spot in Beacon, and then eventually saying, it's okay, John, we'll help you, we'll train together, we'll get better, and eventually, you'll become a leader that we will all be proud of. And instead, it was like, okay, we're in John's dream. Okay, we killed all the rabbit demons. John's awake. Yay! That was, I think, a miss for this series, but please let me know what you think about all this down below. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And until then, peace!